guys, hope you people are doing very well. The last time I already discussed about the string, but we are missing some of the details about the string. So we should learn about this kind of details about the string that will be really helpful in our data science field. So let's start about our first program. We are just taking the variable that is the s. So inside the s, we are just write down one string within single inverted comma that I just write down that Python. Then I just use one function that is the len function. So len within first bracket that is s. Then with this function we can just count that how many characters or what is the length of the string. In here, if we count it here 0 1 2 3 4 5, then why it is come 6? Because we are included the 0 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 in a fingertips. If you count 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, so that's why they are giving the 6 output. So in case if there is one space in the just last of the Python, then that space is also counted the one character or the length. They will consider it as a length. So in that case the space is also counted, so that's why they are giving the output of 7. Now in order in operator in strings, we are using one string that is the PyData explorers. So I just put it inside the as, and I'm just checking here a inside a, that means a is the string in s. S means within s that variable is there PyData explorers. So this alphabet, a alphabet, whether it is present inside this character or the string, so they are just checking that one. If we run that program, then it shows true because a is present there, right? If we change the character, if we just put it the z, which is not present inside this string, then the output it will give the false because it is not present. In my second program, so I just write down that PyData explorers is only for success. So in here, the most interesting thing is that we are just checking the failure words in s, in s variable. Basically PyData is just start up their free education system all over India for the success. But this is the PyData story. But in here, this is not the story, this is like a string, and we are just checking one character, that is the failure, whether it is present or not. Failure is basically not present inside the PyData explorer, so that's why they are giving the false output. Then converted a string to a lowercase. So what does it mean? Whatever the case means, we have the two cases, like the upper cases, lower cases, or the capital or small, you can say like that. In here I am using in this string all of the capital words. PyData explorer is only for success. We just keep this string inside the s, then we just take another variable, the s, another variable, and is equal to s dot lower, and first bracket, that is basically the lower function I am using. Then just print the s value. If I just run that program, then we can see that same string it comes in a lower case. Earlier we have all of the capital, and here we can see all the PyData explorers is only for success. That sentence is, that string is in lowercase. Then the next program will be the converted a string to uppercase. That is just opposite of that string, opposite of the previous program. In here we are just using all the small character. PyData explorer is only for success, that these are all small character, and we are just using the upper, s dot upper, that is the function. We keep it inside the s variable, and when we just print the s value and run that program, then we can easily see this all lowercase, it just transfer in all upper cases, or all the sentence PyData explorer is only for success, this sentence or this string is transfer in the upper cases. Now to count number of characters, that means we are just giving the one character or one string. So we are just checking that how many times it is just repeated inside that string. In here, we are using the PyData Explorers, that string, keep it inside the s variable. Then we are just checking, or we are just giving the function s.count. Then inside the first bracket, we are using the string inside the one single inverted comma, the s. Then we are just run that program. Then in this string, we are just see that single s, or the small s, is present one time. So that's why the output is giving 1. If I increase s number, here I am using 3 s's. If I run that program, in that cases, they are giving the output 3, because this small s is present 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Now we are using the capitalize function. What is the capitalize function? Basically, it converts first alphabet to capital. It means Python, for data science, I am using this string inside the s variable. Then directly we are using that variable s.capitalize. I am using this function. If I run that program, then we can see only that P, the starting of the alphabet, they are just transfer it in a capital manner, or the capital character. Rest of all the things, it will be small. Even s, I am using here the capital. See, in here s is also using the small. If I just transfer the d in a capital, and if I run that program right now, we can see only the p is make it capital, and rest of the things is small character. Then convert the string to title format is first alphabet of each word. That means in the Python for data science, there are 4 words. So in every words, they transfer the first character. In Python, P for F, data D, and science S. All these 4 characters, they will transfer it in a capital by using s.title function. Now, this is most interesting thing is that removes empty spaces from left. What it does basically, this function, in here s is equal to space Python for data science. Then we are using s.ilstrip function. By using this function, we can see this space they are not using here. Now the same thing they are doing, they are removing the space from the right. We are using the PyData Explorer is only for success, and we are using one space here, and we are just using s.rstrip. Lstrip, that means the left side blank space they will remove, and here the R for right strip, just remember this one in a very quick manner. If you run that program, then we can see that from the right hand side they are just removing the space. Then remove all empty spaces from left and right, so that it works in every directions, left and right. So we are using one string, that is the space PyData Explorers, then space, and s.strips. We are using this function, and we can see that all the spaces from the left and right, that is already removed. Replace a string with another string. That means we are using the PyData Explorers, so we want to replace one character. The first one that has to be replaced, the first P, and the second one that will come in the space in the place of P. That means S will be replaced that P. In here, my string is that PyData Explorers. If we run that program, then we can see the PyData P is already changed, and all, if there is any P in here, we can also see the P. So in Explorers, that P is also changed, and they are using the S. That is the replacement function. Now, I just want to say one small story, that is the concatenation. What is the concatenation? Just try to remember the rail story. In the rail engine, there is the engine of the 10 compartment. If the railways, Indian Railways, they decide they will increase 2 cameras or 2 compartment, they are just adding it from the back side. So in here, concatenation function in the Python, they are also doing the same thing. They have the one string that is the like the rail engine or the 10, suppose 10 compartment is there, and they are just adding another two compartment, and they are just adding from the back side. So that function actually doing by the concatenation in the Python program. So in here, in a variable, we are using the pi data, and inside the b variable, we keep the explorers another string. So when we just write down one program that is c is equal to a plus b, that means, and when just we print out the c, what they are doing that in this program, they are just taking that pi data, and from the back side one space is there, that space is also included there, and that explorers is added from the back side. Now the second function is that the multiplication of the string with scalar. What is that? We are using 1, that is not the integer. Inside the double inverted comma it is there, so that is considered as a string, and we are just taking another variable b. So we just write down the program b is equal to 3 into a, and we just try to take the printout of the b. So what they are doing here, they are multiplying the string, that is the 3 times. So 1 is to 3 is equal to 3, but they are not giving the output 3, they are giving the 111 inside that single inverted comma. Why it does so? Because 1 is considered as a character of the string, so they are just taking 3 times 1. So that's why they are giving the value of the 111 3 times. Finding a substring in the string. I am just taking the one sentence Python for data science inside the S. Then I just use the find function. How I write down the find function? I am just taking the variable t, then is equal to, then s dot find. S dot finds, s is basically this part, this variable. So s dot find, that basically means within s just find the n string. N string means n is whether it is present inside the s or not. Let's run the program, then we can see that we have the n 5 times inside this program. So that's why they are giving the 5 output. The split the sentence. Split means what basically that does. Split is basically they break the sentence. In here they are also doing the same thing in this split function. So again we are using the Python for data science inside the s variable. So again I am taking the s variable, then s dot split, that is another function, split function, and when we just print out the s function, then we are getting the 3 different string here. Python for data science, there are 3 strings. How they separate? They are using the space. So by using that space, they are just taking the Python first, then for, then data science. They are just splitting the sentence in this way. Then we are using the join function. Join basically means, split means break down the sentence. Join means they are just collecting again or adding again. So in s variable, I am using 3 string, Python, for, and data science. When we are using with a single inverted comma the dash dot join inside the first bracket is, and when we just print out the is and run that program, then we can see Python is added here, for is added here, and data science is also added here. Then the question is that where from this dash it comes. This dash I am using with a single inverted comma, so this dash is connected with each different string, so it comes inside there. Now this one is the last not the least program of my string topic. I am just taking the one string, that is the PyData explorers within this variable, and I am just checking that within 0th position z is available, that string or not. Basically the topic I just want to discuss, that string are immutable. That I want to discuss about that. Immutable means that cannot be changed. That cannot be changed, and String also cannot be changed. So in here I am using the one string inside the s variable. So I want to change, I am just giving the condition s0, 0 means in 0th position, the first position. I want to change the p position, the p alphabet, the string, by giving the z variable. But I already discussed that string cannot be changed, this is immutable. So if I run that program, we can see that they are giving the type error, and it error shows strings object does not support its assignment. That's all about my this video about the string, and thank you so much for watching my videos, and for further videos please stay tuned with PyData Explorers. Thank you so much.